Ayo guys, Carney here one last time together with BriaN, at least for this series here. The last 66 mappers finally, and also now you see my list. The only thing is I'm not 100% sure if that's all accurate, because when you put like 600 names together in a span of an hour, then maybe something is a little bit mixed up. So if we don't match the names, the remaining names below, I will just like Control F, and then we'll find out where I placed them, and then I will just say why I did. Yeah, but now we've got 66 left. And if you look at BriaN's side, who's actually upward right now, like if you scroll down, then we'll see who's actually missing still. Which will be here from Panzer here to like us two by ourselves. And also for before that, the names for Benny and Derox who are doubled here. I don't know, we decided that we are gonna go with Decoy and Horus, who are not in the list, because we consider that those will be the most interesting to talk about.
Yeah,
From the remaining
I
ones.
wrote up a list of people, like 15 names, which I remembered during recording and sometimes after. And there were a few names we considered, but then we decided to go with Decoy, who was the most relevant mapper, or like the biggest name from the list. And the second one was Horus, yes. There were some other names, we might mention them as like honorable mentions or where we would place them, just so nobody feels left out. But yeah, they are the two names that are gonna complete the list.
I mean, there's actually also one fun fact, because we forgot, like, forgot SFX, the leader of Nova, who also has some features with Kami, actually. And one volume 1, but I was like, I mean, it feels bad, but I don't think it bothers too much. Also,
Yeah,
Dabi.
I remember coming along his name while adding the list. I think he was one of the names I skipped over.
It
I
was
didn't
no
skip him.
accident, SFX, that you hear. He purposely skipped you.
No, it wasn't only him. Like I skipped hundreds of mappers. So
Yeah, don't
this list
worry.
was,
Don't
you know,
worry.
I'm not 100% satisfied with what the list is like, but I am not going to remake the entire fucking list.
Anyway,
There's no way.
for now we should get started with our final round here, and I guess I'm gonna start with now Panzer here. Well, honestly, I don't think he has too much maps actually. The main map I know of him is his Volume 2. No, honestly, his Volume 2 is a banger. At least I think it's kind of a banger. Not like the craziest banger, but it's super enjoyable. And I think I once played his Volume 3, which was also decent, but I think his Volume 2 is definitely his best one. He's slightly above average, I think. Sadly, 2 less maps I've seen of him. Then we have Finale, or Final, I don't know. Every time I see the E, it's kind of like I pronounce it Finale, but I'm not sure if it's correct. His Volume 2 is quite popular. I think it's kind of boring. His Volume 3 is way more interesting. I think overall he's average. There's just not too much to see there. I guess his Volume 2 is just lucky WFF potential. Then Mr. OMG, he got a full offer from, I think, Circa and Matron, actually, with his Volume 1, which I don't have too much attachment to. I guess it's a neat map. Other maps I don't know of him. I guess he's fine enough, average. Ham was one of my favorites back in the day, like one of the first guys I had top maps from because they were so easy. Was kind of fun. Nowadays I wouldn't play a single one of them, but I guess was kind of fun. So next one is what's his name? Flats? I don't know who Flats is actually. I don't know. No idea.
Yes,
Never heard of. Legion. I think Legend is the guy from the, I don't know what it was named. Was it R style? Was it TG style? It was somewhat something style or something.
there was our
Or
style,
special
yes,
for
which was
TG.
features with Flow, and then he had a solo map called Special for TG.
Yeah, decent. I would say
Yeah.
decent. One of those special for TG was actually quite a vibe with the song along, but yeah.
His Flow's cousin, I think.
I see. And Phonic. I'm not sure if I know a map of him. I know him as a WFFer, but maps of him? No, I don't think so. Unfamiliar. Okay, your turn.
Okay. So Panzer here, your typical average mapper. I don't have anything to say about him. I checked; he has few more maps than I thought he did, and he has a volume 0 according to my collection, anyways, which is interesting. Final. I remember when was it his volume 1 or volume 2, which was a bit more popular than your average map.
It was volume 2, Heavenfall.
Yeah, and I checked it and I was like, I don't understand the hype. Sorry, banger rich to me.
But BriaN, the
I mean,
cuts.
It's cool if it was one of his first maps ever or something. I think there's a cat in my window. What the fuck? Someone is really meowing outside. I don't know. If it keeps going on, I'll check while you're talking. This is distracting. Okay, I think I shut up. Mr. OMG. No, he didn't. Can you hear it through the mic? I hope not. Someone is really meowing. Mr. OMG, average. I like his volume 1, but it doesn't. I'm the same. It doesn't have that big of a meaning to me. I guess it's the song for most people. It doesn't do much to me. It's nostalgic, but not as nostalgic. It's fine. Hemp, I feel like I'm gonna put him in average as well. I feel like at that time his maps didn't stand out too much. Even we played them a lot, but they weren't like really quality. They were popular for some reason. I don't know. There was many of them. Flats, I'm gonna put him in bang average. He was a Polish guy. I thought you would know him because he's a newer mapper in terms of like, newer in the way of like 2016, 17.
I literally never heard of him.
Interesting. Leon, also average. I don't mind his maps. Phonic, also gonna put in average. Everyone's average. Basically every single person I just put in average, yes. Phonic was an older mapper who also has new maps, like it came back. I think it's from Chile. Okay, I'll let you do this line. I'll be back in like 30 seconds. Let me check this cat outside.
Save the cat. Save it.
I'm really curious now. I hope it's
Okay. Master Mike 20. I know a lot of people think. What do you mean? A lot of people. I know that some people, at least, are pretty interested with this guy. For me, I'm not even sure if I played that many maps of him. For me, it was always an average experience. Not too bad, but nothing I'd care about. But probably because I met him way later, like his maps at least. Fran. Fran is kinda mixed, honestly. There's some maps where I'm genuinely consider those maps pretty damn good, and others are like super bad. So I guess it's also again average. I also gotta mention that I'm not sure about a specific map of him. I mean, theoretically I have a feature with him over the 30 Legends 1 series, but yeah, I know that some maps of his are interesting with the style choice and all, but there's something lacking usually with him, so it's not like a banger map usually he drops. Next guy is, I think, Desire. Is it Desire? Do we have a Desire? Yeah. I think that guy is only a single feat with Ice Spyro or something. Like, is he from that one map, Desert Symphony?
No, Desire is a German guy and he has multiple maps. He doesn't have a map with Ice Spyro. I think you're confusing him with Fancy, maybe.
No, yeah, I have no clue about him. Okay. I don't know him. Kex, I think I know, but I don't know any map right now, so I'm gonna put him here. Grox. Grox is actually interesting. I think this not creative series is kind of banging in its own way. I think he kind of stopped too early, maybe, because I don't know, he got this Unseen Galaxy thing going and then this creative stuff, but I think it was just like hitting a spot. Oh, actually, no way about it. He's average. He's not above average. I was thinking he's above average, but nah, should have continued then maybe. But kind of interesting mapper. Axix on the other side, I think he got way more spotlight than Grox, but at the same time I liked him way less. I still can deny he's decent enough. But honestly, not a single of his maps really convinced me too much. And then we have Gematria. I mean, he's kinda a shit mapper, but at the same time that's his signature, and I think he works well around it. So yeah, his maps are kind of fun to play. Your turn.
Okay. Yeah. Just for the cat lovers, I think it was my neighbor's cat, and I think he's inside safely now. He's gone. So, Master Mike 20. I like his volume 14 a lot. I feel like it's I don't know how he made that. I don't know where it came from. Like, it's not similar to any of his other maps. But it's a fucking banger. It sucks, but it's a banger. His volume 15 I like because it's also bad. And it's such a weird map. Like, you really have to know every single fucking part in it, and it's like really buggy and horrible. But if you pass it, then it's really satisfying. I'm gonna put him just in average. I think he was fine. Like a few banger maps, but the rest of them are kind of bad. From 7 to 4, also average to me. I like the style of a few of his maps with the green valleys, but they feel empty a little and feel just a tiny bit too boring. Desire, he's also gonna be average, but I really liked his old maps. I felt like he went under the radar. I just checked, he had, I have 11 Desire maps. He had 4 volumes and a few feats. He was in he has a map with freeze, which may be something that you know, Beyond the Shadows, it's called.
Not the craziest freeze map.
And there was a map with Ninja and Breaker called Operation Metro.
I never heard of that.
Yeah, he was okay. He was fine. Kex, Hungarian guy. All of these 3 Hungarian boys. Kex was fine. His first maps were pretty bad, but by the his latest maps, he got really comfortable, and I feel like his maps were playable, really good. Grox, he's gonna be the first person today who's not average. I'm actually gonna put Grox in had potential, and I have a story with Grox. After he made the Unseen Galaxy map with Axix and Finn, which by the way was meant to be a map with Aberdeen rules instead of Finn. Grox made his volume 7 or 8, the not so creative maps. I think they were even after the map that I'm about to talk about. Grox made a solo map, which was meant to be it was meant to be like a reboot or like a reboot of his volumes. It was meant to be a new Vol 1, I think. And I helped him a lot, and we actually finished the map. Like, it was a properly done, finished map. It was like HDM-ish. It was like a normal DM map, but it was kind of difficult. And we finished the map. It was fully decorated and everything. It had like a stunt plane part in it, and I have some images in my head, but nothing super special and nothing too specific. And then he just deleted the map. He didn't like it, and I curse him for that to this day. It was pretty cool, I think. It wasn't the best. It was pretty not buggy, but like not super well made. But it was a perfectly fine map. I don't understand why, but oh well. I think he had big potential if he just kept mapping. X6, I liked his Volume 9 and Volume 10 a lot. The Volume 10 was borderline unfucking playable. But that was the charm of it. It was pretty fun. And Geometria, I think I'm actually gonna put him in below average. I really do not like his maps. I think there's one that I like playing, which is like the Feat with Many People in it, because I like the song. But that's pretty much about it. Your turn.
Alright, just the one thing. Why would he delete the map because he doesn't like it? It's like, bro, just keep it on the server. Who gives a shit?
I know, right? Yeah.
Just
I wish
casually
I could go back
delete
in
it.
time. Yeah.
I mean, I lost the map I kinda liked, but I accidentally oversaved it and never got it really back, and that was devastating, honestly. That was devastating. I'm kinda
Yeah.
allergic to maps being deleted. Oh
I like
man.
every few years I ask him if there is a chance that it exists, but he says no. There's no fucking way it existed. He just deleted it off the face of the earth, and I hate him.
Oh my god.
I do not understand, but oh well.
That's actually horrific, Jesus Christ. Alright. Either way. The next list. I feel like I should know Godfather. I feel like I have. Did he do like some Tron type of map? Like the other
Yes,
that
it's
Jacob
called
didn't do?
income. But I
Ah
mean,
yeah, okay.
it has the blue swings script and the moving trees and all of that.
I guess either Avatar had potential. I don't know how much he did apart from that, honestly. I guess it pretty much depends on that. The map itself is kinda neat. Next one is this Ronaldo?
Indeed.
I'm not sure if I have any opinion about the map of Ronaldo. I don't think there is a thing. I think I know one or two features with guys like Oxy or something. Yeah, I don't have a clear opinion about the map of Ronaldo. I have a clear opinion about Hakka 3. I would argue that Hakka 3 has some of the worst maps. I mean, he can kind of compete with AFG, but though AFG is still like even worse. But I think he's pretty damn close to that level of what the hell are you even mapping. And if he's the same guy like Murad FA, congratulations, you redeemed yourself. Genuinely, I had only bad experience with Hakka maps. Hell yeah, I think that was a volume. I forgot. I don't know him. Katke I know from maps that I clearly don't know. I feel like his maps are always in plain sight, but like maps like Shadow Moon or whatever the hell this map name was with this one feature with the Chester on spawn. See what I mean? I already forgot the map. It was literally like 3 months ago or something. And we even had it as a clan war pick against his clan, and I literally forgot the name of the map. I literally forgot it. What was the name of the map? I don't know.
It's like Kello Mark and
Ah, yeah,
Kello
Kello Marble. Kello Marble. That's the map. Yeah. The thing is, I don't think he's bad. I think he's actually probably decent, but his maps usually fail to be like either recognizable or like remembered. I don't know. I wouldn't say I played a bad map of him, but same time I keep forgetting his maps, and it's kind of difficult with him. Interface. I don't know who that is. No idea. No idea. The same goes for Z-Band, so that's your turn again.
Okay. Godfather. It's interesting. I think I'm gonna put him in average. Uh, yeah. No, I'm gonna keep him in below average. Every single map of his I really don't like, except Income. And Income was okay, but it was still. It wasn't behind its time. It looked great, but the track wasn't great. So yeah, I'm gonna keep Godfather in below average. He's an OG, but yeah, I just don't like his maps. Sorry. Ronaldo, I think I'm also gonna put him in below average. I know he has one solo map, his Volume 1, and I think it has like a few versions for some reason. But I remember it wasn't great, and I don't think he has a feat which I remember which would redeem him. Hacker free or hackery, dog shit. Even if it's the same guy, then double dog shit. It's sorry. Halia is interesting. I'm gonna put Halia in had potential. I'll explain why. Hell yeah is, well, if you got really mad at Grox for deleting one of his maps, you will get 3 times as mad at Hell yeah. Because just double. He had 5 volumes,
Oh
but only
no.
3 of the first 3 are actually playable on MTA. His volume 4 and volume 5 are actually pretty cool, but he just never sent them to anyone and just deleted them later. They were literally just for video. He recorded the maps and they were never playable on a single server, I don't think.
Why? Is it?
I don't know. Like his volume 5 has such a cool part in it. It's like you go up a half loop where you usually turn around for the nose and stuff, but you just slide back down on a roof part, just on the same track that you were, and you don't go down. Instead, you touch a script which pushes you on the side onto another half loop, and you end up on a war ride. It's like really cool. I'll send you to remind me. I'll send you a link after. So
Okay.
he had so much potential. He had great track. It was like clunky and really tight. Like imagine if Cosa Nostra made like a map which he actually tried to make really hard, and like I don't know, 10 times help him. Like his tracks were weird, but if you knew them and you actually had the skill to drive them and got a little bit lucky, they were really, really, really fucking enjoyable. So I think he had a lot of potential, but he didn't send his map to anyone. I was always so confused by it, but oh well. Kadgi, I checked and I have a few of his maps, but I like the Kilomannen or whatever it's called map. For some reason, I liked it. It was okay. It was better than I imagined it would be, but I cannot gauge what this guy actually did. He doesn't have a solo map as far as I know, or at least I don't have it. I don't remember it. So I just cannot tell how good this guy actually is or how good he isn't. Interface, I'm gonna put in below average. Interface is kind of like the Russian Strong GT. He has maps and they look like good maps, but they play like horrible maps. Like the markers are wrong, some parts you just don't reach, there's extreme slow loading. Almost every single map of his is just weird. He has a few feats which are playable, but I think that's not they're not playable because of him, they're playable because of the feat partners. So if he just it's such a weird case. If he was just a little bit better, then he would be above average. But he's not, so he's below average. It's weird. And Z-Bands was from Peru. He had a. I'm surprised you don't know him. He had the Kissing the Shadows map, his volume 2, or Kiss from the Shadows, something like that.
No,
And it
no,
had Bangarang on it. It's like
no.
it was a not popular, but it was well known at the time. Average. It was fine. Uh,
Alright.
yeah, your turn.
I was actually looking forward to talk about that guy, Samilov. So the thing is about him, he's kind of the same for me as Shen, because I only know one single map of him, and I actually forgot the name of it. Actually, I have no clue again. But no, wait, that's not true. He has also a feature, I think, but I forgot which one.
Yes.
Either way, the thing is about those maps, their quality is actually on a level that's so damn high for no reason. Like it's kind of like
It's called
uh
Solace. Sorry, Zamilov.
yeah,
Solace.
Solas, yeah. I don't know. It's kind of odd that the maps are so high quality from a guy I literally don't know. It might be an EPG guy, I don't know, but I would say he's definitely above average with just those maps alone because they're generally so well made. Next one's Eyecatcher. Also rather know him more as a player than a mapper, and I think his maps are pretty average. Nothing much to see there. No eye catchers inside. Fusker. I forgot this series. There was one series that was kinda known a little on a server, but yeah, nothing much to get here either. Pretty average guy with, I think, some sort of series idea, but not really something outstanding. I don't know. I can't rank I Spyro. I only know Desert Symphony, and I don't like this as much. Like I like the idea of it, but playing it is kind of weird. And it's the only stuff I've ever seen of Ice Spyro, so I can't tell. Jaws. Unfamiliar right now. I forgot what he was in, but yeah, unfamiliar right now. Is Jetfire the guy from with this one kinda popular Volume 1?
Yes, Amplifier.
Yeah. Okay, Amplifier is actually kinda wild. I'm not sure if he's I think he had a Volume 2 also, but I think it wasn't as great. I guess that will do. That will do, average. Okay, Hans is actually interesting. The thing is, Hans Volume 3 was one of my favorite maps on AEG for a while. Honestly, I don't even know why. Like, the song is plain boring as hell. You would almost fall asleep playing this map today, but something about this map was kinda iconic for me. Also later on this Volume 2, like, I don't know, I think Hans was kinda good back then, and I think if he continued, he would be very good with vibes, I think. I think he makes pretty cool nature stuff, like something that's just calming you. But I wouldn't say that this specifically makes him a pretty good mapper or something. So I think I still keep him on average, unfortunately, but I like him more than an average mapper. But I wouldn't say he's exceeding that. Okay, your turn.
Okay. I just remembered. It doesn't matter. I just remembered that Zamilov. We were actually gonna have a map together for a while, because I really like this Solus map. I don't remember what it was, but yeah, we were gonna have a map together, but it didn't materialize. I'm gonna put him in Hat Potential. I think that's basically the perfect tier for him. Again, I don't know where he came from. I don't know why he could map so well. He had 2 maps and they were bangers. Well, his feat wasn't a banger, but he was really good. You know, Eyecatcher. I'm gonna put him in average. He only has a few maps and they are pretty cool for a beginner. This person, Kofos J GR, Kofos GR. Average. I like his cheetah maps. The 4th one mainly. The rest were, they were fine, but I guess they were below average, but not by so much that I would put him as a mapper in below average. Ice Spyro, I think is also gonna go in High Potential. He didn't have many maps. He had more than you thought. Like, he had a Volume 1. He had the map with HTC and Fancy, Planet 51. So he definitely had some potential, and he should have made more maps, I think. Jaws, I'm gonna put him in average. I'm sure you know him. You know Supersonic, Jaws with Kaçak, for example. He was a Turkish guy. He had a few solo maps and a few feats. He was fine. Didn't make many, but they were okay. And Supersonic is a banger, I think.
I mean, honestly, I had something in mind, but it was far away from Kaçak, actually, so, nah, not sure.
I think that's his most known map, the Supersonic map. Nitro recorded at the time. It was really good. Jetfire, I'm gonna put him in above average. I think he's the first one today to go there. I really like Amplifier for some reason. His Volume 2 was, for me, it was disappointing because it didn't have decoration and stuff, but it's actually still a good map. And Hans, I'm kind of the same way as you. Average, I think, but I loved his Volume 3 and 4. They were such like a unique vibe, even though they didn't have much unique about them. It was weird, but yeah, I like them. Okay, your turn.
Alright, Nurse. Oh, no, I didn't feel like. Oh, I'm not feeling like ranking Nurse. Oh, man. Okay, the thing is, I like Nurse. The thing is, I'm not really sure. Nurse is kind of, on one hand, he is the most basic German type of mapper you can get, with like, oh man, let's make a map, and then he makes like the most tropical, most simplified track ever. But he also is in some maps where he's tried something more, but it's not really succeeding too well. And same time when I talk to the guy, I feel like he is made for more. But same time also, he has so much stuff already that I don't think he is a potential guy. I hate ranking him. I put him on average for the like benefit of a doubt that if he would continue mapping, which I'm not really sure he does, but I guess not because I haven't heard of him in a while map wise. I think he would do these more decent maps than what he did, but I don't know. Yeah, no, it's a little bit weird with that. Hamster. A hamster is a goat if it comes to singing songs. If it's about mapping, I would actually say above average. Honestly, his type of small stunt based, turn jump based maps, they were all kind of neat and had some decent vibe to it. Aren't so many, but I think all of them are pretty neat. So yeah, I think a slight above average is fair for him. Frankie. Honestly, I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm not sure what his map specifically were again. Wasn't he the guy with that one map which is also decorless and started with like around the Los Santos Stadium? I'm not sure if that was the Frankie, because there's Frankie and there's Franks, and Franks is the
Yes,
better
it's,
one.
it's called that map.
Yeah, I think Frankie is good enough to make kinda enjoyable maps, but not really good in anything specifically. Let's keep it at that. Trek. Trek is also kind of like a mapper where I think his maps are bang average, but he could do more. I think his latest one I've seen was I think it was a feature and it had featured Sand King and was like an OS mix with actual DM elements that were a little bit skilled. And that one was actually surprisingly well. So I think, yeah, he would have been better if he continued, honestly. He has more potential than his maps give, at least. KNX, honestly, he has about one of the worst volume 4s I've ever witnessed. I think he is overall below average, but that's mainly because I've seen his peak. And his peak is definitely like above below, like it would be average, but if it's in contrast to all his other stuff, this volume 5 is the only one well playable and the others are let's not talk about it. Though I have kind of a sweet spot for the volume 3, to be fair, because I played it a lot back in the day. Did Cypher do anything but the all-car skills?
Yes.
Huh.
He has 4 volumes even. And the volume 4 is pretty recent. It's like I mean, I don't want to just say it's a Crash's copy. It's a Crash's style map.
Huh, okay.
And he has more maps with Jumbo than just those all-car skills also.
Then I will give him an unfamiliar, and I might check you out, guy. That's how I'm gonna rank him. Because Orca was interesting. I think as far as I know, he did the track. Like, most of the track, at least. I'm not sure the entire track or most of the track, but I mean, you gotta pull off a track with all cars, like, it sounds easy, but making it interesting, and I think he kind of succeeded in this, yeah, not too bad. Duplex. That's the guy who was like, from Conundrum, right? This was the guy who parodied a little.
It wasn't a parody, but yes.
Yeah, but like kind of inspired, heavy inspired,
Yes,
or whatever.
I took inspiration from his volume 5, indeed, yes.
I mean, I didn't check it, so I still don't know him too much. But yeah, I guess you can talk about him then. And Canaria. I think I also remember some mid maps that weren't standing out, but pretty decent. Yeah, average. Pretty average now. Can we go to the good part finally? Jesus Christ, there's so much average today.
Yeah, there's some big names left, so don't worry.
I'm just waiting for them.
Yeah, we have to get through the nitty-gritty first. So Nars, perfectly average for me. I don't see anything special in him. I don't see anything wrong with him. Hamster, I was debating whether I'm gonna put him in below average, but I think he's fine, average. Frankie, also average. I could get through this entire row so quickly, but I want to talk about track first. Well, I don't have much to say, but I'm just sad that he made his best map last. Like he made the volume 6. It was recorded by White Warrior. It's called the Secret Haven, I think, and it's really good. And then he left. So it's a weird one. I'm gonna leave him an average, but he was fine, and I like that one map of his. And I think he was in Nuffy Project as well, which is also really cool. KNX, I remember the spawn of his Volume 4, which was a cool idea. I don't even know the rest of the map. And I think his Volume 3 is like a tropical map, if I remember correctly. And I already remember because I checked and I was like, oh, this has decoration, so why doesn't your Volume 4 have decoration? Average, I don't really have anything else to say, to be honest. It's fine. Cypher, I'm also gonna put an average. It's fine, I think. Not my favorite, and definitely not one of the best in the average, but he's okay. Duplex, I actually don't have a lot to say about him. I'm just gonna put him in average. He was fine. His Volume 5 is actually really fucking cool. I really like it. I recommend you check it out. You will see the similarities between Conundrum and his Volume 5. It's called Celebrate End. I guess he was better at mapping than his English was.
Actually, now, because I need to ask this, how did you figure the name Conundrum? Is it like
It's
also
a
similar
word
to
that
not?
sounds nice.
Okay, no, that's not in comparison to
There's
his map.
There's nothing to Ultima. There's nothing to Enigma. There's nothing to Conundrum. I just like these words. They sound nice.
Conundrum. Like that's such a weird word for me. I don't know. Kind of feels like like those type of discernment, insatiabilities type of names.
Yeah, I find those like I don't know. I don't find these cringe, but I find those cringe. I guess I'm just contradicting myself, maybe. But I don't know.
Let's see.
I find like these one word map names so much better than versatility, tranquility, or something. It's like, shut up.
Just
You're
need a
not a
third
scientist.
we love skills. That's what we need. We love skills 3.
Yeah, that was Wanted's map name. So, Conaria below average. I fucking hate every single one of his. They're like newly made old school maps. They are so bad. They are so annoying. And for some fucking reason, TFF just keeps playing them randomly. There's only like 10 or 15 of them, but it's his maps we are playing the entire day, and the server has like 5k maps in the arena.
Oh my
I'm so
god.
fucking annoyed by it.
That's your Osnet. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh damn.
but he's also a new mapper who makes old school maps, so fuck off.
Now that you mentioned it, it's kind of weird to say a new mapper makes old school maps. Now that I think of it, it's kind of contradicting the entire point.
I could go on such a TED talk. Like, there's an entire like new era of mappers who just started playing the game, and they are making the same shit maps that every single mapper who started the game in 2011 made, except they all look the same now because there's so many mapping tools, and they all use the same thing, and they all look so fucking fake and empty and boring and soulless.
We need
Because
an old school
like 10 or
tutorial.
15 years ago, when someone started mapping, you had to actually make stuff yourself because there were no tools to use. There was AMT later, and there was the Bow's toolbox and stuff like that. But there was nothing to cover your shades for you. There wasn't like a simple tool to add fucking. Anyway, I'll shut up. Sorry, we'll be here for another hour. But every single fucking map looks the same, and it drives me off the wall.
You have no clue how much I thought about it when Russo said, like, how did he phrase it? Like, auto shade tool is the brain rot of mapping or something.
It fucking is, and like I'm so glad that Russo mentioned it, because just the simple like fact of covering the shades takes away so much.
I was like, damn, actually, like I use this tool frequently because mainly like it really helps to rotate stuff overall, because most of my rotations I actually just cover the shades and then I replace the covered shade with the object, because it makes like so much sense. It's like the easiest way to adjust rotations, but I literally never thought about that way, that it's taking away so much. If you just like,
I use auto shade as well, but I encourage you to and I don't mean to toot my own horn here, but my maps are the first example that comes to mind. Check Ultima 2, check Conundrum, check Enigma. So many shades are covered by hand and not just auto shade. And it adds so much like variety and personality to the maps. And it's just a tiny bit of detail, but it adds so much.
I mean, I'm honestly just glad. Like, there are actually just two core rules which will already improve your maps. The first one is, if you use auto shade, don't use the grades. I know everyone hates the grades. I think there are rare examples where they would work, but nah, don't do that. And the second one, which is the most, like, I don't know if you have witnesses, I'm sure you did, but there are some mappers, mainly those who never decorate usually, when they have something like a war right there, and they're like, okay, I gotta cover it, then they go to the auto shade, they activate left, right, bottom, and they put it on every single shade in the war right.
And then they don't fucking disable.
And then they're
the
like, when there's
collision.
decoration, why is there slow load? Oh my god, I didn't play so much. Why is there slow load?
They don't disable the fucking collisions, and every single loop and void is so fucking bouncy. I wonder why, because there's fucking 18 shades inside your track that collision on under it.
Like that's kind of one of the worst things. Like, if people stop that, then we're already so much more ahead, honestly.
I remember back in the day, there's my friend here, Axerox, and he was the person who I told this a lot. Like, back before auto shade was a thing, I appreciated it so much when I saw a covered shade, which was covered in the map, even though you never saw it normally while driving. Because that was, like, more effort. But with auto shade, it's actually less effort, because you don't even check which side you have to cover. You just cover all of them with one click. So it like entirely flipped the entire, like, I should use another word for entire, but it flipped the whole thing of, like, covering shades being something cool to like something horrible. Like, anyways, let's go on.
That small rant was necessary. Oh man. But yeah, anyway, let's continue with the actual topic, and we'll talk about Kane, Harry Kane. I think I know one map of Harry Kane. I'm not sure if it was a volume 1 or a volume 3. All I know it was decent, so I stick with unfamiliar for him. I'm not too sure if I want to rank him just based on it, but yeah. The map I played was okay, so yeah, pretty okay. Now we go to the... is this Kenny or Kermy?
Kenny.
That's Kenny. Oh, that's the guy who made it for the love of, like, kind of for the love of, I think, with Upper.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I have no attachment to this guy pretty much. I guess the map is average, but apart from that, yeah. Kenny, I don't care about Kenny too much. Nothing really specific I like there. Deep Impact, I think I know a map, I forgot. Probably not too special. Finally, some guy who's higher, Christoph. Arguably the best script-based mapper, I would say. At least no one else would came to mind. I mean, Prime is kind of catching up. He's trying. Will take a while probably still, but you go. And to that, I would say, yeah, I think I would say he's a legend, honestly. It's not that he has too many maps, but I think even the less script-based maps are pretty interesting with the topics. Yeah, and I guess I don't have to tell anyone why Homestretch and Downtown Passage are 10 out of 10s. I think that's pretty clear, honestly. They are from start to finish filled with so much love, so much neat details. Apart from the scripts, the decoration is pretty damn fine, honestly. Like, even if there were no scripts, I would say those maps would be pretty damn high in the course, honestly. Because their average decoration level is also very high. And especially, like, if you look at Homestretch, the track is also pretty damn good. So yeah, he is definitely a legend for me. Mir, while he's a feature partner in Downtown Passage, I wouldn't say he's as high. Though I think he's either an slightly above average or like a potential guy. I would put him on average here, on high average, but I'm not too sure 100%. I think, judged by his volume 1, there is kinda more to him. There's kinda more to him. Yeah, Axos, you were just talking about him. Honestly, I don't know him too much, actually. I think he was in a few features, but I don't feel confident in ranking him. And then there is Leon. Also average. No map standing out, really.
So, I don't know what you remember about Kane. I don't think it was his volume 103 because he has 12 volumes. And his volume 1 is, I think it's gone. Maybe it isn't, but I know a few of his old maps are missing, but they're pretty bad. Like, they're really, really old.
I probably swapped him again. Too many mappers with K. Fuck all
Well,
mappers with K.
fine.
Wait.
For me, he's close to below average, but is still average. Kenny, I'm definitely gonna put him below average. He's funny. His maps are horrible, but his volume 1 is so bad that it's good, and that's why it's so popular among few of us in Hungarians. It's fun, but it's bad. It's so bad, but it's fun. Deep Impact, the one map you remember from Deep Impact is with me. It's called Beast. Otherwise, his previous name was KK, and he had a few maps. They were fine. Nothing too special, but Beast was really good. Because of him, I kind of ruined the fucking map. I regret finishing it. It should have been given to like Boost or someone at the time. He definitely had potential. I'm sad that he didn't keep mapping after it. He's also, by the way, Royal's cousin, the Turkish mapper Royal. Or brother. I don't remember. Either one. Christoph, I'm gonna put an excellent, I think. I don't think many people even know his volume 1, but I really like it. It's called My Time Is Now. It doesn't have like many scripts in it or anything. It's just fun to drive. His volume 2 is also fun to drive, but it kind of missed the point for me. And Homestretch I really like. Downtown Passage is a banger. It was really good, and like it was one of the first, I think, of these like not over scripted maps, because it's not over scripted. It's just full of scripts, and I really like it. It was a lot of effort and really good. Mir, I'm gonna put Mir in High Potential. I really like his volume 1. I still have nightmares about the Hunter fail I had on TFF. So fuck him for that Hunter part. I'm not putting a fucking Reaper at the NRG for some reason. But apart from that, he really had potential. And I think the reason he stopped mapping is because he got demotivated, because what happened was he was gonna make all of Skills 2 with Polak melee. But they showed the map to Cookie, and Cookie stole their ideas. And Mir was like, yeah, fuck this.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yep, I'm spilling the tea.
What? That's the most random thing I've heard in a
Yeah.
long while.
It had a. I don't know if you will remember. There's the. Is it artwork 2? There's this part in a cookie map where you like slide on a roof and you had to press space and A to like flip over the shade and fall down against the wall. And that was one of the biggest ideas in all of Skills 2 at the time, and Mir was really proud of it. And then he showed the map to Cookie, and Cookie stole the idea. And Mir was like, "Yeah, fuck this. Like, what's the point anymore?" And then he just never mapped again.
What the fuck?
Yep.
Is this the fuck Cookie Bro moment again?
Yeah, bro just fucking ruined his entire career, didn't he?
Holy
Oopsie.
shit. But it's even like that's the law of that, given that what the hell Polak Magnified Mir sounds so psychotic in my head.
I mean, they're two Polish guys, so you know.
Oh my god, what the
Makes
fuck? I
sense.
accidentally hit my table. I'm sorry, that was probably loud for the viewers now. Oh my
I
god.
didn't hear it. That's just fine. Xrox, I'm gonna put him in High Potential as well. He's a good friend of mine, Hungarian. He didn't have many maps, but he can map. He can map very well. He fixed a lot of maps for MTA, and yeah, he just never, you know. If he made more maps, then I think he could have been pretty successful. He wasn't like super good. I don't think he was as good as Kutya, for example, from the Hungarians. But he was fine. So I think if he really went in hard, then he would have had potential to be great. And Leon, I'm just gonna put him in average. I like what is it called? QT games. His volume.
Yeah, I think this
I
was
like.
one of his
Otherwise,
names, but
yeah,
I
he's fine.
forgot. Leon is really not the mapper to memorize too well. Then, oh man, I wonder if BriaN can say something about Cena HUN. Oh man, I wonder.
Right.
Anyway,
Wonder. Yeah.
I can't. Nextizzy, yeah, good guy. Actually, about my favorite Minecraft speedrunner of all time, honestly. Let's be real. I genuinely think Aphelium shouldn't have gotten over the first part, honestly. Aphelium 2 and 3 were a mistake. I'm certain this was a mistake. Apart from that, I think he was in a few features, like Nemesis also, which I really liked. So I don't doubt that Nexesi can map. I wouldn't doubt that, but oh my god, Aphelium 2 and 3 were a mistake. A mistake that was kinda heavy. Who's that next guy? Mapcha? Mapache? What the hell?
Mapashi, yes.
Yeah, no words for that. I don't know who that is. Slime. I know Volume 1, that was kinda okay. That's it. Dubstep. I know Dubstep mainly in combination. Actually, they're beside each other, so yeah, Greenpeace. That's the stuff I know. I know that that's Dubstep. I think was maybe 1-2 more, but at the same time, I feel like there are about 10 to 15 guys in this game that are named Dubstep. Honestly, in various variations. I kind of just ranked them together because, like, I mainly looked there at Greenpeace, and genuinely, Greenpeace is so damn good, honestly. I just really don't know who is mainly in charge of that. So what I'm gonna do is I will put both of them in head potential because it's kind of a one-hit wonder, and is at least for Cheslav, who has a more like more of a name I can genuinely remember. I don't know any other map he was in, and so I give them benefit of doubt and think they could have been better if they mapped more. Okay, you again.
Did you rank Matox?
Matox. Oh wait, I
Is it
skipped him on accident. Wait. Sorry, I accidentally overlooked him. Who? Okay, your turn.
Bruh. I didn't hear you say his name, so I was like, did I?
Yeah, I forgot. But at the same time, I don't know him.
Oh, Chenna. I never really had like a personal connection with him. Actually, I think I sent him one message once, but he's a really interesting guy. So Chenna, I think nowadays he's like nearing 40, if he's not already 40 years old. I'm gonna put him in head potential, by the way, and then I'll tell you why. He was, imagine Christoph, but like 10 years earlier and Hungarian. So he was really good at making scripts, but they were like, they were like cheesy because he was already like an older guy at the time. I think when he started MTA, he was in his 20s or something, or like 30s. And Chenna is the only guy I know who actually had a literal mapping school. Like he had a mapping server and he invited people and then he just taught them how to map and told them tips and tricks and stuff.
What
As
the
far as
hell?
I know, anyways.
That's wild, actually.
And he was a really helpful guy. He helped Disaster with his Volume 3. Do you remember the tornado script?
Yeah, of course, like a Nightmare is a banger map.
Yeah, Chenna made that one, for example, and then there's others. And yeah, his maps are cool and they're like quirky and a bit cheesy with the scripts, but I like them. I think they're cool, and he had a lot of potential, I think. The next person is Nexazy. I don't know him. I know his maps exist. I don't care for them. Apache. Hmm. I'm gonna put him in average, I think. I know his new maps. I like his. I kind of like his Volume 1, and I don't like the rest. Slime, or SK, I'm gonna put him in average. Nothing really stands out. His Volume 1 stood out because people thought that it was his Volume 1, but his old name is SK, and he had a lot more maps than that, so doesn't count. Metox, I'm gonna put him in below average. Nothing super special. He had a few maps. I don't think it was enough to even consider him an average, and he only had feats, I think. Dubstep, I do not know any other person who's called Dubstep, to be honest. It sounds like a name that should be really common, like fucking Skyline in MTA, but I don't know any other Dubstep. I think it's fine. Another series which I'm sure you know that you didn't realize Dubstep when it was in was Death Volley.
Oh, yeah, it only benefits the opinion, honestly. Death Valley is also damn good.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. And Cheslev, I'm just also gonna put him in average. I think he was fine. Cheslev's previous name was Evolution with a big N at the end. He was a TG player.
Oh, don't know
And
that.
that reminds me, he has a map with Style, and that reminded me that I don't think Style belongs in below average, so I'm just gonna move him up here. And
Actually carried
okay,
them.
we are nearing the end, but your turn.
Alright, Winter Sea. Okay, honestly,
Interesting draw. Yeah.
Winter Sea is wild. I genuinely really like Winter Sea maps, but mainly like the latest ones. I think there was another name. You had like two names. I think there was which one?
Sasuke.
Yeah, right,
Yeah,
right. And the
not,
thing
not,
is,
not Sasuke, Sasuke.
Sasuke. Yeah. The thing is, especially like his latest maps like Haru, and there was also one feature named Silvertown, I think, or something. Those latest maps, they had such a really, really amazing style somehow. Like the mixture of it, like it was kind of oldish in the stylization, but same time it had skill side to it, kind of like this guy would map actually. So I think I leave him on above average. Probably the latest maps were excellent, but in comparison like to the previous Sasuke maps, I think it kind of weighs it, balance it. But yeah, the latest maps are kind of pretty damn good, and also the reason why I actually noticed him. Diogo, I don't care about most of what Diogo did. I think most of it is average, but I will give him an above average just for this one damn Burning Decades map. Oh, wait, it's Diablo. Like for me, Burning Decades is one of the most iconic maps I played in the old days because the style is so unique, and I think the Linkin Park song it has is so damn fitting. This map was just super amazing for me. So above average it is. Korone. Yeah, that may be a little anime bias, of course, but I would say Korone is definitely super well in mapping, honestly. I mean, is Volume 2 okay? That's fairly decent with some cooler bits and some a little bit clunky, but especially like Monochrome and Volume 3 are bangers for me. I would say it's too less to give him a higher rating, but above average I think is well deserved for him. Because the maps of him are pretty cool to play. Sadly, just not enough overall. Zine, Sean, Ciano, Zenis, whatever. I usually go with Zine. I don't know. I think he is pretty damn amazing in mapping overall, but same time, it's kind of like with my kids or with mainly my kids. I feel like they can map pretty well, but if I think about the map specifically, there's nothing too much standing out. Like Singularity definitely is good, yeah, but is it like excellent level? I'm not sure, honestly. I'm not sure if it's excellent. Like even if Singularity is, what about the other stuff he did? It's I don't know. I think his mapping level is excellent, but his maps not entirely. I think I'll still go with the ranking though, because like I don't know, if I look here at Creel, Sonics, Sisti and all, I think it's fine to rank him there, but pinned down, it's really just like Singularity mainly, and maybe the Exchange Free. And then we have... Look, I don't know how much old type people watched this series, because what I'm gonna do, I'm kind of afraid you're like attacking me. Below average. Genuinely. I can tell you why. Let me speak.
I don't know if you saw in the Discord. I already unmuted myself, so I'm ready to proceed. I'm gonna hear you out, and then I'll go ham.
I get that the guy is pretty good for the level he was in during his time. I get that. I can get behind it. I can respect that. However, if
Sorry,
I
can
look...
just interrupt just for 1 second, audio listeners, we are talking about Moonlight. His name hasn't been said. Just saying, so you don't have to check the screen. Moonlight. So currently, Carney is putting Moonlight in below average. Before we send him to the Hague to get fucking executed, let's hear him out.
we need it for the finals anyway. I mean, I could also put him in average, but I just wanna give it the impact of what I say. The thing is, I see Moonlight in an era that's like compared to, like, in comparison, if you put the other mappers beside him who have like the reputation during that time, it's like kinda Tulio TC, Cosa Nostra, Skotinka, Vortex, Claudio, all that guys. And all of them have pretty cool maps, I think. Even back in the day, like some have newer ones that I personally prefer, but also the older ones I still like to play to this day. Now the point I'm trying to make, and I'm being honest, apart from, let's say, Into Deep 2, there isn't, and I swear, there isn't, maybe Reflection 2, but not really a single Moonlight map I like to play. Not a single one. All of them usually fail at some crucial part bits. Like, even, look, take for example Volume 4. Volume 4 is freaking horrendous with some jumps. Volume 6 also. Volume 9, it's one of the hardest things to do to get a consistent run on this Volume 9. That's barely possible. I mean, I guess Volume 8 is okay enough. But, like, there isn't this really a Moonlight map from start to finish where I'd say, yeah, that's fine. That's cool. I get that he has some ideas here and there, and I get that he's probably good for a time, but I never enjoyed these maps, and therefore, yeah, I'm kind of trying, kind of pushing my luck here. I'm kind of pushing it. Yeah, I don't like Moonlight. Not at all.
Can you send me your address after the recording? No reason.
Yeah, just want to talk to me. But yeah, I'm just getting that out. Just so you know that Moonlight is really so far away from me from the others, because I never really enjoyed Moonlight's maps. Not at all.
I'm glad it happened in the last episode.
Nah. But I'm going to put him on average, though. I just wanted to get this off my system because I really never understood why he's that. But like, I get that he's average enough.
You fucking newbies. Woke nonsense.
For real though. I actually, like, I'm that serious about his opinion though. I'm that serious. There isn't anything I really ever liked about Moonlight. Not at all. And
I respect your
therefore,
opinion, you're wrong.
I can be wrong. It's fine. But I'm staying to that. And therefore, we continue with someone I like way more. Skotinga. So Skotinga, honestly, I mean, he is a goat of the old era, I think. I think if it's about old maps and the simplicity of playing maps, I think Skotinga's the best. So I would put him on Legend, because I still would say he's not a GOAT just for that, because, yeah, I mean, the mapping level in itself is not like the heights of whatever I placed here with Crashes and Russo and all, but if there is a guy I recommend like new players to play, so to get into the game, play some simpler maps, I think Skutinga is always the best. Not exactly every map of him, but like 8 out of 10 of his volumes, definitely. Skutinga's amazing. And also, thanks to his songs, this maps kinda are timeless with the vibe. And last but not least, oh yeah, I ranked that guy, yeah. See, Sebastian. I ranked him. I put him in average because he's low-key below average also because a lot of his maps are so damn plain, but the latest ones really... I really like the latest ones, so yeah. I give him the average. Alright, your turn.
Okay, let's forget about Moonlight and not let what atrocity you just did ruin the ranking for the others. So, Winter Sea, I'm gonna put Winter Sea in excellent. He's definitely around the bottom of excellent, I think. But I really like. It's weird because his old maps were cool, but they were a bit buggy and a bit clunky. But they were like really different to like everyone else's maps basically. So you could see there was something in there. And then the new maps he did, you would expect that they got worse because he was like, an old mapper trying to, keep up with the times. But they were still really good. Haru is such an interesting map. You really have to know the entire map to enjoy it. And it's still clunky, but it has such interesting ideas in it that I just love it. I really do. I really love it. The song is perfect for it. It's really good. He has a map with seed called Coexist, which I'm not even sure anybody fucking knows. It's such an under the radar map. It's also really good. Yeah, I just love it. I love Silvertown as well. It was like a old schoolish map, but it with the song as well. It's just, I don't know, everything this guy touches turns to gold. It seems. And he was one of the nicest people in MTA. He was from Portugal. He was such a good guy. He was kind of like Kiwi for friends. So it was really nice. Um, Diogo, another Portuguese guy, he was also really cool, and I really liked his maps. I'm gonna put him in above average. His first volumes until his volume 7, so the first 6 were like your average, badly made 2012 map, which is they have a soft spot for me. I just for some reason really like those vibes when someone is just, you can tell that someone is actively learning how to map. And his volume 7 was pretty good. His volume 8 was a banger, and his volume 9 reminds me of Dillet, the style. It kind of came out of nowhere, and it was surprising. I really liked it. Coronet. Not a huge fan of him. Many people like his volume 3 a lot. His maps, like his old maps when his name was Gajil, or whatever his name was, or however you pronounce it, they were pretty bad, and then he changed his name and they were fine. He's above average, but not for me. Not for me. I just don't like them that much. But I see that they are really good. Zine, Zine is interesting for me because his maps are also not really for me, but they are really unique. Like you can tell when Zine makes a part, and it's interesting to me because it doesn't necessarily do anything super fancy, but I respect the effort he puts into rotating the shades a certain way so they look different. I like the style and I like that he sticks to it. I was debating whether he's excellent, but if I look at the names at the top of above average for me, Cookie, Konzo, Stan, Gallardo, if I'm not putting them in excellent, then I'm not putting Zine in excellent. So he's definitely the top of above average. Okay, so I have no fucking idea which one. I don't know what you took before this recording. I know what you will take after this recording because I'm gonna do things that I never thought I would. No, look, I get it. Moonlight, even at the time, I think he was constantly made fun of. He was this young guy who was, by the way, really fucking annoying. But his maps were fire. Back then we hated him because it was cool to hate him. He was kind of like the earlier version of Johnny in a way. Like he was the fucking meme, and we hated him because he was popular. And then his maps aged so fucking well. He's definitely a legend. He was definitely out of his time, and it took me and I think everyone else like fucking 8 to 10 years to realize how ahead of his time he was. Like he basically kickstarted the entire tropical style in MTA with his Volume 4. Everyone started copying him afterwards, and I think he never got the credit he deserved for his maps. He was really good, and again, you can tell when he made a part, even if it's like a bit clunky or something. I really like it. So there's not many bad Moonlight maps, I don't think, and I like playing all of them. In contrary to this guy.
I mean, giving a point to him, I think more of the features are okay. But actually, if I look at volumes raw, and there are enough to look at, nah, not a single one is really convincing. Not at all.
Anyway, the more you talk, the more painful it will get for you. Just saying.
I don't mind. I'm sure I got more hate ever than like just dissing on Moonlight, honestly.
No,
I
I'm
will to take
kidding.
this.
I'm just kidding, but fuck you. Anyways, Kotinka, bit of a conundrum for me, this one. I think while Moonlight was underrated, Skotinka was overrated. And don't get me wrong, Skotinka's maps are there are not many more maps. There are not many maps which are more nostalgic to me than Skotinka's maps. But I think even at the time they weren't really that good. He got a lot of hate for not a lot of hate, but some people noticed that he liked to take inspiration from some other guys. Like for example, his Volume 10 was it was like a This Guy and Vortex kind of deal. Not as much as nowadays. I feel like people get away with a lot more of inspiration taking than Skotinka did at the time. I think he may have also gotten a bit of unjust hate. I think he's definitely a legend, but he is. I don't know. His maps aged weirdly well. Like his maps aren't bad at all. They are just old, and it's interesting. So I don't know. He's a weird one for me, but I loved his maps, and the song on his Volume 6, the Lights, the Best Nectar remix of Ellie Goulding's Lights, is the single most nostalgic song for me in MTA ever, and that's not gonna change. Yeah, so I definitely a legend. And Sebastian Bilavich, fuck him. I'm just kidding. Don't fuck him. But yeah, no. And okay, so how do we wanna go about this row? Let's do the 5 names.
I would say we do everyone who isn't ourselves. I think that's the best course.
Yeah, so let's do the 5 names and then make sure that we say that these Durox and Benny is Horus and so
I would say Benny is Horus.
Benny's Horus and Derox is Decoy because D and
Yeah,
X is
I'm just gonna push them through here, and then yeah, we'll be remaining with our names. All right.
And I feel like it's so everyone else in the comments or whoever is gonna actually go through the effort of making their own tier list and then posting it in the mapping Discord or something. I guess let's all agree that this Derox and Benny is Horus and Decoy, and then you can like I don't know edit it in Paint when you take a screenshot or something.
For example, yeah. And you know what's even great? I think this is a pretty damn good final list actually now. Like the pretty good
there's
final
plenty
line.
to talk about here. Yeah.
Alright. So wait, you have 9, I have 10, so something is off.
I mean, check whoever is.
Ansel.
not-
Ansel is here. I forgot Ansel. I mean, I'm pretty sure I put Ansel in,
Oh, the Ansel.
Excellent.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's the. I think I swapped Ansel with Sebastian. That's the reason. I thought we talked about the one, but not the other. But I'm pretty convinced I put Ansel in at least excellent. I think I put him in excellent. Okay. Yeah. Let's start with the one. Okay, that will be fun. Yeah. honestly, there's nothing I like about Disaster. Not personally or map-wise. I think, nah, he can suck a lemon, honestly. I don't care. There's genuinely... Like, even this For Fuck's Sake map, which is arguably the best map he was in, the cutted version with only Zaya and Zeiss is better. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't care about Disaster,
Never heard
genuinely.
that before.
Fuck him.
Like a lemon.
Okay, Jumbo, Regulator. It's also the type of member who needs his own tier, honestly. Jumbo isn't really amazing or something. Jumbo is just the guy. He's just that guy. He's the side character everyone loves. And therefore I will put him on excellent. I think excellent suits him, because in that what he does, he is truly excellent. He has so many interesting approaches to mapping that no one would even consider. And it shows especially in his latest maps, like the Mental Case 2 or like Horsepower. So many weird decisions are in there, but they all somehow work. And also his decoration style is also pretty neat. Track ideas there, I don't know. Jumbo is just awesome. I like him. Meh. Meh, somewhere between had potential and somewhere, yeah, average, I think. He's kind of more known than he's supposed to, I think, map-wise. Maybe it's because of Big Black or because he just made speed maps and they're always a little bit more liked. Though I mean, actually these days, I think people forgot about him if you're not in some circles, but map was always pretty decent, and I think he could have done more if he would have cared about it. Spectrum. Oh man. I think Spectrum, he would almost deserve Legend, honestly, for me. Mainly because I think Spectrum invented a style. And this style is pretty hard to copy. I would say it's the style of of deceiving, of illusion. And it shows more and more the moment you start with like volume 4 and go all the way through. In every single one of his volumes, you see that he's so damn good at making deceiving parts where you think you drive the one way, but actually are direct to the other. But it's done in such a smooth way that, I don't know, if you try to recreate it, it's super damn hard, I think. And I'm not sure if that's legend worthy or by its own, but he does it so consistently, honestly. And he backs it up with amazing decoration and pretty damn good track. I give him the lowest legend, honestly. I give him the lowest legend I can give just because I can really admire something like this. Alright, then we got our final Nova, Lacia. He's the prime example of being a better mapper than the maps show. I think a Lacia who truly cared and truly stick to the game and keeps mapping would be arguably a top 3 HDM mapper in the game. Yeah, now most people know Lacia for weird decoless maps that are way too long and have banger songs and are only played by Sapphire. Yeah, I would say above average. If he drops a map, then I'm convinced it's better than the average map. Always, no matter what he does. Like, even his 6-hour map is pretty damn interesting in its approaches. Other maps like Buskill, I would say, are way better refined than previous HGM maps that were dropped. Yeah, there's not too much more to add. The thing is, the main issue I have with Lacia, like, when I rank him, it's like I know, you know all that's released, you guys. I know, like, an entire second half of maps he didn't release. And that's why I feel like it's kind of deceiving what he's capable of and what not. So I think if the stuff he did also on the map server would be released in full version, I guess barely anyone would doubt he's excellent. But yeah, sadly, I don't think that's ever gonna happen. Or at least, like, not within next 1 or 2 months. Or half a year. Then we got... Wait. Oh, yeah, Benny's Horrors, exactly. Yeah, I think Horus is a clear potential guy. I mean, he is kinda back, but I'm not sure if he's really mapping. I hope he does, because he has quite the impact with his few maps, like especially Volume 3 and Volume 2. Volume 4 kinda flopped, which is, yeah, I mean, I get it. The thing is, the concept is pretty damn cool, but I feel like the extra mile for decoration was kinda lowered, and the track is also not embracing it too much, unfortunately, but I think it's safe to say that Horus had a unique style, and it wasn't refined yet. I think that's the issue with Horus still. And then we've got Decoy. What can I say about Decoy? Decoy, 4 maps. I don't think any volume actually, which is kind of rare, honestly.
You mean any feats?
Yeah, that's like, I think not a single feat. I think there's only the 4 volumes, and 3 of those 4 are the same series of map. Despite that, though, clear excellent candidate for me. I mean, tell me another mapper who has that less maps, established himself a style so well, and arguably all of those maps are pretty fun to play. And that, given that he's an HDM mapper, like all of his maps are HDM, with the volume 1 being MDM, maybe at if you attach it to the modern era, but that's an incredible feat. And also, all of those maps are such a vibe. So yeah, he's definitely one of the amazing type of mappers. Alright, your turn.
Okay. Disaster. I don't mind if he sucks a lemon or not. I'm just gonna put him in average. Personal opinion on him as a person aside, his maps are just average. They're fine. Jumbo, Font Extraction Derby. I think I'm gonna put Jumbo in has potential the same way I did with Law.com. I don't think. Yeah, so I don't think it's a potential issue with Jumbo. It's more just like I wouldn't feel comfortable putting him just in above average because there's something to him. So no, I think actually I do. Yeah, I feel like above average is fine for Jumbo.
I mean, it would be genuinely wild to pack a guy with like 19 volumes that has
Yeah,
potential.
that's what I'm saying.
Like,
Like,
let him cook. I swear, guys, let him cook.
yeah, I changed to my mind real time. Like, yeah, it's. I was gonna say that it's not about letting him cook. It's more just like he. You said it best. He deserves his own tier. Like in hindsight, maybe there should have been a, like a personal favorites tier or something like that, where
I
it's like,
think rather it would be like a specialist tier because of mappers that are too like it's the same tier I would have put Nebula in. Like
yeah, it's like
they're so astray from everything else that you can't say they are worse or better, but they are just themselves.
yeah, there should have been like an in their own lane or something, or like a, you know, mappers that have mastered something that sets them apart from the rest. And Jumbo would definitely be in that, and Low.com would also be in that, and there are some other names. But yeah, I'm just gonna put him in below average, above average overall, I think. And there's one thing that I also ask myself when I'm trying to gauge a mapper and how good he is how confident I would be when giving them a map to finish on their own. Like if we were gonna have a feat, how like would I be confident that they can just finish it and actually make it good, or would I have to, you know, check and make sure? And yeah, that's what I always ask myself when I'm looking at these people, and I feel like if someone is above average, then I can trust them to understand how the map should be. So yeah, I think Jumbo is, if he actually wanted to be a more popular mapper than he is, then he could like try and stuff. But I think he just wants to make fun shit, and I respect him for that. meh, my beloved Bernardo. I'm just gonna put him in average. His maps are cool, but nothing outstanding. I don't think he's a mapper prodigy or anything, but their maps are fine. Spectrum, however, I think Spectrum, I'm definitely gonna put him in excellent. He is really, really good, and yeah, what you said about the like like the fake parts and the illusion parts or whatever you want to call them, I think he's definitely the best at them. Like it is such a specific skill to make sure that the player doesn't just get scared and then go off the track out of um, as like a reaction to oh, I think I'm gonna fail. Let's go left because I'm going right all of a sudden, and then you just go off the invisible track. That never happens on a spectral map, at least not for me. And I think that is such a specific skill that you have to master to make it right. And I think Spectrum has it locked down, definitely. Lachia, yep. I think I'm gonna put him in above average. The problem with his maps for me is I feel like he is one of those few guys who I'm gonna put in above average, but I don't like his maps. I just know that he's an above average mapper, and I know that he has the ability to make a map that I will actually like, but he still hasn't. The Russo map is fine. The what is it called? Emampam?
And my map name reverse.
Oh, fuck
I
me.
didn't know.
Of course I didn't. That's so fucking stupid.
It's really fitting to the map, though.
How did I never like? It's even never mind. Um. Anyway, yeah. So this is decoy. My Derek's. I'm gonna check and maybe I can for the final like screenshot or something. I'll do the inspect element and just change the names. I haven't really tried that in Firefox, so I'm gonna see how I can do that. But I'm gonna put decoy in. I don't know. I don't like his maps. I don't like his maps. I clearly have an anti-HDM bias, but I just don't like them. I know that he has his own style, which is cool, and I respect it. I know that the maps are somewhat playable. I just don't like them. So I think he's kind of the same as Lachia for me. Like, yeah, you're basically above average. I don't care for the potential, to be honest. I don't think he was heading in the direction where I would be like, okay, let him cook. I think he has cooked enough. And I don't know, I don't like the meal. And this is Horus then. Kind of the same deal, I think. Like I realize that his maps are probably above average. I just don't really like them. They're fine, I'll play them, but I'm just not a huge fan. And so that just leaves you and me.
Alright, so I don't think it was in the video, but I said that I'm gonna toss a coin. So to decide who goes first. So we'll go for like how do we do it? You know what? You pick like a number or head for your name, and then I'll toss it.
Okay, I want head.
Okay. The thing is, no one gonna see the coin toss, so you just gotta believe me.
I was gonna say I don't know if you can record your screen, but you can flip a coin in Google, and there's an entire animation. And
Yeah, you
everything,
can do it like that. I got a coin just for that, and now I gotta. Okay. Wait a second. Wait.
If you Google just flip a coin, then I
Coin
think it's just
toss.
gonna do the animation.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
there's a
Yeah.
button.
Wait, but it's not visible because of my window. Jesus Christ. Anyway, it was thrown. It was thrown. Wait. I gotta move this freak away. That's gonna look so unprofessional.
So whoever wins,
As
is
you
going
can see, it's a Kopf. That's the German for head, because you see it's a head. Alright, head it is.
Wait. So what's gonna happen if it's heads? Then I rate you first, or you rate me first.
You know what? Since we didn't decide it, now the decision is yours because you won the coin toss. So
I say okay.
so do you prefer now to that I start with that we start with my name or we start with your name?
Let's flip the coin and then we can both decide at the time when
Wait, what?
So flip the coin and the winner gets to say if you should go first or.
Yeah, but it just did. It landed on head.
Okay.
So
Sorry,
it's
didn't
your
catch that.
decision. Your decision.
Okay, I'll rate you first.
All right.
So, this has been on my mind ever since we started the recording. Like, obviously, this is the most awkward part, right? So, that's not gonna change where I put you. I think I already have my opinion, and maybe you don't like it, but I'm just gonna be brutally honest because I think this is what it's all about. I am, even though you have 200 fucking maps, I'm gonna put you in has potential.
Okay.
The reason being is, and this is not, I don't know if this is bias. Maybe it is bias. This is my actual honest opinion. Your best maps are the ones that you've made with me.
Nah. Okay, I call cap, but I'll let you.
No. Let me.
I'll let you
I
speak.
think so. Your normal style of the roof lights and the, you use the black block box a lot with the arrows and the, like, I kind of don't like it. The deco you made for District 47, I think, is the best work you've ever done in MTA. It is so cool. I really, really like it. Dialogue Story is once again something that you did a better job at than I think most people would have. The flashing stuff is, it was my idea, and I think it adds a lot to the map, but even without that, I think it would have looked cool. The rest is hit or miss for me. Most of your maps I don't like. You want to know that my third favorite Carney map
What is it?
is the fucking Dojo Wars.
What the fuck?
It does not make any sense, but I found myself in the training room just trying to get a better top time for like 2 hours.
I mean, that's good because that was the only intention I ever had for this.
Yeah, it works.
The
I like
intention was literally to make like people play it longer for than I take to map it.
And you reminded me of the fucking Shocks song, which I haven't heard in years. So yeah, I think you have potential to be a mapper who I really, really like. If it's a subjective opinion, right? Like, if you made different style maps, then I think you could be an excellent mapper for me, or like for me in the sense of like in my opinion. But you are actively making maps which I kind of don't like, and for that reason, I think you have potential to be better than I think you are now, in my opinion. It's not necessarily a skill thing. It's once again, it's more like a subjective opinion thing.
Yeah, the thing is, I kind of get it. So the thing is basically that I just don't make you type of maps. You know what's funny? The thing is that lately, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, I was talking with Rox, right? About like mapping overall. And he asked me something, or rather like spoke to me about something that I didn't really like thought about it. Because if you think about like mappers usually, like think about the more known mappers, like Russo, for example. If you think about Russo, you have a certain style in your head, right? Like you think about maybe Teardrop or now Vale Delirio or Finest Hour 3 or something like that. And same goes for other guys, like Pecky, for example. You have a style in mind, Snake with Detrimental Death. And if you ask the same question about me, then it's kinda tricky. Because the thing is, I have a lot of styles, and none of those is really too amazingly pushing, except maybe the Rooflight style. If you think about it. Because there are so many maps and they're all so over the top. And I think that's kind of a reason why I think most people dislike the majority of my maps because they're all different from another for a bigger portion. Like, even I can answer myself if I have a specific style or not. I just said I have some decoration styles in my head that I give names. For example, the Luxor style. I have a final style, which is mainly black boxes and white lines. I have rooflight style, basically. I have darling style. But like, it's all mixed up in the average idea I make. And the other thing I can add is that I actually do so less track. Like the past years, I barely did any specific tracks. I think if you take my 86 maps, I think I did roughly 20 tracks of them, and most of them in solo maps. If you look at my features, I think there are roughly up to 7 or 8 I did track in, and the others are just decoration. Like even in your features, I only did decoration.
Yeah, it's
So yeah, that's why I
hard.
guess my stuff is so over the top. And of course, if I decorate a lot stuff like decorate your maps, then decorate the other of Akino, and then one of Semi-Sun. At some point, it's always a different map, of course, because it's several tracks of several mappers with a different paint job. But I actually totally get above average. Like I'm above average. It's super nice.
So you rated yourself above average, you think?
Oh, if I rate myself, honestly,
I think that's what we should do. So I rated you, then you rate yourself, and then you rate me, and I rate myself.
the thing is, look, it might sound arrogant, okay, but here's the thing. I just hate the name of the tier if I do this, but I would say I'm excellent in the excellent tier, but not because I am myself an excellent mapper. Rather that I think I managed to put a lot into action of what I intended to do, and therefore, like, I fulfilled the style I tried to create. I still think there's a lot of things I didn't accomplish yet. Like, a lot of my ideas are usually like I dump them somewhere and then I just hope I can establish them one day. Because, for example, the decoration on District 47, that started with the idea. I'm not sure if you remember, but maybe I even wrote to you that I always wanted to make a map style based on like a garbage place or like a rubbish type of thing, because that was never done before, and I kind of intended this for like years before. So I think we released the map in 2022 or something, and this idea was from 2017 or 18. So that's how long I carry ideas sometimes. And judging by the fact that I already made a lot of those ideas as District, as Starling, as all of that, I think I for myself am pretty happy with what I did so far. The only thing that could get me higher now is like stuff like playability for the majority, because that's something I'm weak at. Because I'm just too stubborn to change my style into playability. Like, I don't know if you can understand the feeling, but if you try to adapt to something, like I, for example, try to adapt to a simpler style, I can go for this like for a minute and then I'm kind of getting too bored of it. And then I try to make something more specific out of it. That's kind of my curse, and maybe you can also put it as some ability. I'm not sure. And that's why I think I'll never change with that. But yeah, for me personally, I think I can put me right on excellent and above average.
I think it's fair. I don't blame you for.
All
Like I
right.
cannot fault you for what you think about yourself. I think it's fair.
And now
I
let's think
I
of
had
that.
just had one more thing to add. I just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure that I get it out. When you made the first Rooflight race map, I
Yeah.
thought the idea was excellent. I think the music really fits well. I don't even remember how many of those you have by now. But
Um.
I like that idea, and I remember I also like the enemy territory Rooflight map thing. I think that's also cool. So I think it's, if you get it right, it's really cool. If you don't get it right, it's really annoying. And I think you've done both.
You want to know something? Rooflight Territory is actually my favorite map from myself. Like I actually said this to GG Terror when he asked me. I was like, yeah, Rooflight Territory, no doubt. It's a little bit odd maybe because I have so much more flashier maps, but I think Rooflight Territory is the most refined one.
I haven't finished the map. I didn't even play the entire map in training. I just remember playing it a few times on TFF in the TM arena, and I was like, this is actually cool. And I remember like the music, but yeah, it was actually cool, and it doesn't get annoying in that map. In some other maps where you were like, just throwing out roof lights like fucking Oprah in the you got a roof light, you got a roof light, and it's a bit fucking annoying. But I don't blame you. It's your gimmick, right? It's
At
your
some
thing.
point, I embraced the meme for real.
Yeah. So,
But
yeah.
I can assure you, actually now I gotta add this two more things. Like the first thing is, by the way, when I play Rooflight Race, right, and when I map it, usually I'm getting a way harder version because like I play it over and over and I have to like limit test. Usually the versions I play on my map server are so much more harder because at the end of like both Rooflight races I did, I always had to like pin down, okay, which curves are like a little bit too rough and all, because of course there's also this effect. When you map a map and you play it over and over, the map becomes certainly easier for you. I had this lately with another WFF track actually that I played. I mapped it on a daily basis, and then now it was left there for like a month or two. And then when you play it again after the time, you realize how much harder it is. Like it's so much harder. It's actually insane, and that's a main issue with Rooflight Race. And also a part of the reason why the third part, like I wanted to make it a trilogy, but the third part takes so long because no matter what I do with Rooflight Race these days, this past year, it never felt like I want to drop it because the first and second part were too alike. And as you said, the idea for Rooflight Race 1 was kind of new and innovative, but doing another one of those, it has to be a little bit more. That's why I'm kind of waiting. Oh, wait a sec, I'm getting a call now. I think I'm gonna make a cut here later on in the video. I'm gonna have to, but it's an important call. I need to take it. Sorry. Okay, anyway, I think we were done with my part though. So, yeah, we're back and now your turn. My turn about you.
Yeah.
Well, I think that the funny thing is, I think our like POV of the other is way different because I started in 2016 and I would assume you met my first map probably around 2018 even. Probably because it was
Yeah,
kind
I
of where
think I don't even know why I didn't say this when I was rating you, but the first time I ever heard of you was, I think it was from Ray, but I'm not sure, so don't quote me on this one. But either Ray or Relax, one of them told
most
me
likely
that there was
Relax.
this random guy called Carnicle. I don't even I remember if I see the map, then I will know which one it is. But
It
I
was
don't
most
remember.
likely the Vinegate. The Vinegate speed map with like the red blinking bellies. That was the first one
I
Relax
remember the
recorded.
start, and there was a road bridge, but it was all of this black stuff.
Yep,
and there
yep,
was
the Vinegate. I can't actually. Okay, sorry, I gotta make this. The thing is, I made like 2 or 3 maps, right? And Divine Gate was a map I did partly. Like I did one map and another, kind of like Antro did. I had Divine Gate and I had Battle Bunny skills, and they were like started separately. So it's arguably my volume 4 or volume 5, if you want to put it like that. And the thing is that while I did this, I was on such a niche German server, and I didn't know about the game, like the game of mappers and map records. I didn't know that stuff. And one guy actually just, I'm not sure who it was. Maybe it was Zeet, maybe it was someone else. I don't think it was Zeet. But one guy told me he knows a recorder, and that was Relax. And I had no clue how this entire thing is going on, if I have to pay for a record or something if I want one. I didn't know that stuff. And he was like, yeah, don't worry, I can record this. And I think he specifically said that he wants to do this mainly because Divine Gate is based off like an X map kinda. Like the look is kinda the same, and he likes that style and he likes to support that style. And given that this is the first record, I think a lot of people at least saw my map for the first time there. It was, I think, June 2017 when I released it. So
Yeah,
I
I
guess
don't
it's,
remember dates and everything, but yeah, then I think it was relaxed. And I was like, yeah, this
yeah.
is kind of cool. And I changed it. I was like, yeah, kind of. You know, we will see in future maps.
And now I make roof lights. Jesus Christ. Nah, but to build a bridge to you, the thing is, of course, I met you way earlier. Like, I think the first time I played one of your maps, I was 12 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Okay.
started the game in 2011, and I'm like a 2001 guy, so I was like 10, 11 when I started the game.
Wow.
And I think by that time you already had. I actually can't tell you which was the first map I played of you. Could be Volume 1, could be Volume 2, could be. It could be up to Volume 9, I would say. Mainly on the old servers, there were like maps like Parasite and Bitches Love Cake all over the place. They were kind of part of the server, like your everyday Armada map or something. And the thing is, given that your maps are so far back and you got even more maps than me, arguably you're one of the mappers with the most maps in the game, probably, at least on this level.
I'm up
And
there.
and the thing is, therefore, that's all a journey, and it's hard to say like put this all in one ranking because, of course, the difference between let's say your earlier peak with, I would say, brutal, is way different from, let's say, nerves or steel or something like Input Down 2, Alone Soul 2, whatever you wanna mention of the better maps. So all in all, just to make some clear ranking decision, I would say you kind of. What I can say is you're definitely between excellent or legend, but I think I'll stick with excellent mainly because the thing you are missing are some specific banger maps. Like you don't got any amazing bangers, like for example a Finn with virtual reality. That's a little bit tougher on your side. What I can say about you is that what funny enough, what you say about can I give the mapper a map when I feature him and I can trust him with it. I think not only you can be trusted with something like that, but either like it's more like I feel like no matter what map, like 90 to 95% of any type of map, you can improve it. That's what I think. I already told you like before. I think that every part 2 of an older map you do, I like this map way more than its original. Like Input Down, like Lost in Dreams. I just feel like your ability is to enhance old styles and not like you're not destroying their vibe or aura, but you literally just improve it and modernize it a little, and it gives it an all neat touch. And also, your tracks apart from that, like when you give someone a decoration job, like even me, but also like previous, for example, Dope to Drop and all, like even those tracks are pretty damn cool, even for that time, and even today I think they kind of hold themselves. Like Dope to Drop is a pretty damn good achievement, I think. Wheel of Skills 2, of course, as the same. And the fact that you can rewrite between so many stuff, from regular tracks to more HDM tracks, you can pair up well with literally any type of decoration style, by now at least. I think back then you said you aren't that good in decoration. It fair enough showed a little with Mustang and all that the decoration is neat but not as crazy. But then ever since the Lone Soul 2, I think even that improved. Like Conundrum looks pretty damn good. Ultima 2 is probably your best decoration job ever, I think.
Hmm.
Not sure if there was a even crazier one, but yeah, so even decoration you nailed by now. Your song choices are definitely something that stood out for me for a long while because I'm in this rock stuff a lot. So Patience, she said, is a clear banger for me. It's always enjoyable to play that one. Just as an example. And yeah, usually by now you're just a quality sign for me. Like if there is a feature review in, then I know it will be at least above average, unless I don't know you got screwed over or something, or the map is like 10 years outdated or whatever.
Mm.
But I think that never happened past the last 10 to 20 maps. I think the last map I was like, yeah, okay, that's really just average. Would be either Lush Plateau or what was the other map called with? I think with PJ or something, Nothing But You or something. That
Nobody
was,
but you.
and even those I think are like 3 or 4 years old, and they were still decent, but just a little bit boring. So yeah, I think a high excellent is what I'd give you.
No, thanks. I I tried. I tried. Um, it's harder than I thought it would be, and I'm honored. I'm thinking whether I have anything to like reply to, but yeah, I mean, maybe I have too many maps, and that just makes it difficult. Like if I only had 50 maps, for example, I think my volume 13 would be a banger. I feel like so many people bring that map up still to this day. Um, and also, for example, Bitches Love Cake 1 was something that so many more people like
This map
than
is shit,
like,
honestly. Like,
it's bad.
genuinely,
It's really fucking bad. Yeah, I don't know.
genuinely, what I would say is that I feel like while the maps back then were okay, I think the nowadays era of you, it really started at brutalism, but not like the brutal series, but like really the fusion of brutalism. That was like the first map that aged a little bit more well than everything before, and then up to volume
Yeah,
13. Everything before that, nah, please not
it's
anymore.
weird because if I look back on those maps, they are so bad, but they have the charm to them that I understand why people like them. Because um, whatever they see in them, I take as like a sign that I enjoyed mapping so much more back then than I do nowadays. It was actually like really fucking exciting to make a map and release a map and wait for the feedback and get it accepted by a good recorder or something. So it was exciting, it was interesting, and nowadays it's a bit more mellow, a bit more, you know, it's just a bit more boring. I'm just these days I just try to make maps which are fun for me, and it took me like 100 maps to get to this point. So yeah, I don't know. I was thinking while you were talking where I would rate myself, and I think I kind of know, and I'm afraid that it might seem a little like I don't know, a little unfair towards myself, or like
Bang average, no, probably
no,
not.
I think I'm above average.
Oh damn.
If I'm reading the names that are up here, like Cookie, Console, Stan, Gallardo, I wouldn't feel 100% comfortable saying that I'm better than them. I think I'm just different. I think I have many maps. I do think I'm pretty versatile. So I think what you said about like, being able to fit in almost any map is correct somewhat. Um, I disagree on the sequels. I don't feel like Impel Down 2 or Lost in Dreams 2 or all of these maps are necessarily better than the first ones. I think there are a few of them which shouldn't have been made. Uh, I'm obviously super glad to have been able to, be a part in so many of these like legendary series. Because that's really what I wanted to do when I started mapping. Uh, I tried my best to like try to improve them, but stick to the originals. And in some cases, I don't feel like it is my fault that the map doesn't live up to expectation for some people. In some cases, maybe it is. Altogether, I'm not very satisfied with those maps. Like, I'm not super satisfied with Impel Down 2. I'm not super satisfied with Lost in Dreams 2. Speed Mania 5 is okay. Kinda like it. But yeah, there are so many things that people wouldn't guess that I still don't know how to do. I have no idea how to use 75% of AMT to this day. Like, if you check my maps, you will find that there are so many kinds of loops and stuff that I just don't really do often. Because if they appear in my map, sometimes it's just a fucking accident. Like, there are many things that I still don't know how to do. It is not necessarily a problem, because I don't often want to do them. but I do not have the ability to if I wanted to. Currently, I could learn it, I could check, I could ask people, but I just don't want to. So, yeah, I think I'm pretty versatile. I think I have so many kinds of maps that I hope that I have made at least one that you know someone likes. So, or I should say, I think everyone will find at least one map in my mapography or whatever you want to call it that they will like. But yeah, just these days I just try to make fun shit and not boring stuff. The map that you mentioned, like Lush Plateau or Nobody But You, like, yeah, they're filler maps. Sometimes I just had like a half a map laying around and I just wanted them to be out there as like +1 map because I didn't want to delete my progress like some other people did, looking at your groks. I currently have 3 maps in progress which other people are decorating. 2 of them I wouldn't necessarily mind if they never got released. They are old maps, but why not? They're there, and if people want to finish them, then why the fuck not? So yeah, some filler maps, some better ones, some worse ones. I think I even out to be an above average mapper, I think.
You know, while you said it all, I kind of also like checking again because the thing is, you have so many maps, and I just wondered if I would have to name a top 3 of your maps, which would that be? And it's honestly a little bit difficult because there are
It
so
is.
many. The thing is,
They're so different.
what I can say, one of those 3, I could say 100%. I'm not sure if it's my absolute favorite, but maybe it is. And it might be like, it might be really, really unexpected for you. But genuinely, I think Feel the Intensity 2 might be one of my favorites about you. Literally. I
Yeah,
think Feel the Intensity
I
2 is
have plenty of
amazing.
problems with that map as well.
Yeah, I think you know what's funny? A lot of people would say, yeah, you might be kind of arrogant and all, but it's kind of funny to hear that you're even that strict with yourself. So it's kind of funny, I gotta say. But
There's always gonna
nah,
be differing opinions on you, so
but nah.
maybe one day I'm arrogant, maybe the other day I'm not. I don't know.
I mean,
I
honestly,
won't be the one to decide.
an honorable mention I also would have is like your Volume 6, actually. That's like what some people have about Volume 8. I can have it with Volume 6, Escape from Brian's Brain. I mean, it's a horrible title. Honestly, I don't know what got into you with that
I was like,
title.
I was 14
Yeah.
or 15
But I
before.
actually think that's enjoyable, that
It
one.
is. It kind of is, yes.
Yeah, okay, I think another slot for top 3 would probably be Dark Saints 2. I think Dark Saints 2 is pretty damn fine.
I got really heavily carried in Dark Saints too. Like,
Might
you
be.
know,
Might be.
there's fucking Scourge and Fuck X and Rampage in the map, so
I think
it would be hard to make it something not good.
it's probably also the same thing with Apsu, because I was also wondering about Apsu, but at the same time I think Apsu lives because of disastrous decoration. Do I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
you
yeah. Of
helped him
course.
also still a little, but yeah, I mean that
I
like
made more decoration in Abzu than people would think, but it is still 100% carried by Disaster. It was his idea.
yeah, so
He
that's why
made the most of the like in the decoration when there's like main elements like the whale, the tree, the dildos, which are funny. Like most of those he made. I made the the moving gates, for example, the scripts. There
oh.
are a few gates which open in the map. I made those. I made filler decoration and some parts I started, but it's definitely his project, which I joined after. So
I think I have kind of 3 mentions still. Like, let's make a top 5 out of this simply because I think I want to talk about this free map still. One of those, or maybe even another, is because Nerves of Steel is also kind of sick. But I mean, Nerves of Steel is just like a genuine cool idea. It's like, I think this map wouldn't have worked if it wasn't as stretched as it is, because it's like kind of a simple HDM in core, but that it's 8-9 minutes. That's kind of the thing that's making
you
it pretty
name it an
cool.
afterthought. Like the only reason the map is really long is because I couldn't make a normal hunter part, which I was satisfied with. So I made a hunter part. I didn't like it. I deleted it. So I made a few seconds more track, like 10 or 20 seconds of track. Retried the hunter part and I didn't like it. And I did this like 5 times. So that alone added like 2 or 3 minutes of extra
No,
track.
I can
That's-
imagine like, okay, map is 5 minutes, time to make a hunter. Ah, dang it. Okay, now
That's
hunter. Ah,
literally
dang
what
it.
happened.
And then it's suddenly
that is-
9 minutes.
That is literally what happened. So it's a long map, so you gotta have nerves of steel. It's an afterthought. Like there was no fucking genius idea behind it.
Oh man, oh way. But
But that
now,
happens too often with me. Like I suck at making counterparts. Seriously.
like now that I scroll through a lot of maps, one of the maps I would like to mention because that map is really bang average, but it's mainly the song. Honestly, it's mainly the song. Body Talk. Body Talk is actually such a vibe only because of the song. I mean, the map is decent, all, but it's the song mainly.
That map was a mess to make. That map is the fucking whore on the street who have like 30 people have fucked in the last week. There were so many people involved in that map, and then they joined, and then they didn't make anything, or they joined and then they placed some objects, but then they never sent the map back. So it was a, it's a fucking Frankenstein of a map.
It makes the name Body Talk even so much more better.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah, and the other would be Thorny Aster, though that's probably because Fancy is so all out with the decoration on this one.
Yeah, he carried. The first half of Forniester was meant to be a map with spoiler, and that was my first ever attempt at making anything like nice stylish. The only part that looks cool on my map was actually made by Skaj. I think you know what I like. There's one part which is like it has so much more decoration. There's like this huge wall that looks really cool before the town part with the "Where are you" text right before that, like that one
Yeah.
jump. That Scarf decorated it, and that's the only thing that looks cool in my part. Fancy, hard carried. Like I gave it to him. I was so happy with it.
I can say I really like this great writing actually. I think that was one of the best things in this map because it's just so simply creative and amazing looking for like little effort actually.
What is Little first? Sorry.
This crate writing. I think it was from the Aster where the names were written in crates basically. In
Oh
those,
yeah. That was fancy. Yeah,
it was actually
It
such a
was
nice
fancy.
touch. Not
Fancy
gonna
made it.
lie.
It looked fancy.
But yeah, and the other map that I would arguably say is the rank 3 is the After the Titans. Actually, After the Titans is an amazing track, honestly.
I forgot about that map until like 2 minutes ago, and I realized I'm kind of proud of it. That was like, yeah, I'm just proud of what I did in that map. There's one small issue with it. I left a fucking floating roof light in the map, and it was too
That's
late to
even
delete it,
better!
like, after the release. That bothers me to this fucking day. When I saw it, I was like, oh my god, I'm so done.
Placed by Carney. Let's go.
If that one fucking roof light wasn't there, I would be twice as proud of the map as I am.
You know, that's sometimes a recurring theme. Every roof light which was ever placed in any map, I'm responsible for it. Literally. It's just a thing that's happening.
It annoys me so much every time I see it and play the map. I was like, oh,
Honestly, I don't know where. I don't know
that's a
where.
good thing. Then maybe I am the only one person who ever noticed, but it's so annoying.
Now
It feels like
people will like
when-
hunt it.
It makes me feel like there's like food stuck between my teeth whenever I play the map. It's like, oh, there's like, ooh, there's one issue with it, and
And now it's
so
too
close to
late.
being a really good map. The roof light ruins it for me, but I love it. Like jokes aside,
No, but
a
probably
good
after
map.
like I don't like Path of Titans because it's a Moonlight map. Not exactly because of that.
Interesting.
But nah, After the Titans is actually so damn good. Which is even funnier because, like, when I played it the first time, it was like, oh, okay, it's another map like that, okay. But it's like a map, the more you play, the more you like it. Till you reach the Hunter first time and like, damn, that's actually a damn fine map.
It's really satisfying to play. Yeah. There's one map which I'm actually also proud of. I think you mentioned Ultima 2 with the decoration.
Yeah.
I'm proud of it. It
Yeah.
was meant to be even better. I had better ideas for it. I wanted to use even more colors, but I think it turned out fine. I think it looks really cool. The other map which I'm actually really proud of, and I don't think anybody even fucking likes on this planet, is my boss map. The most normal daily commute. I feel like
The decoration on spawn is amazing.
the second half of the track is pretty much boring. I had a great idea for the hunter part, but it didn't work, so I just scrapped it. But yeah, I love the decoration. The spawn is so fucking old. I just made like a town, and it was meant to be a map with Kalkbrenner. It was never meant to be a bus map, but I just made bus track after it because I liked it. But the like when you have to like lean on the other side and then drive the fucking bus on two wheels, that was such a cool fucking discovery I made. I really like that. And there's one more, and I swear I'll shut up after. There's one other map which nobody fucking likes, only I do. It's my map with Shocks, the Maritime Monster map, the monster truck map. I love the decoration on it. Like there's so much detail underwater which you don't even pay attention to. It's like such a unique map that I made. I really like it. It's so much fun to play. But yeah, I'm done talking about myself.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I didn't actually notice this in Maritime Monster. I mean, I played it like, I don't know, a year ago. I noticed, you know, why I noticed? Because that's a thing I like to use too, barely sometimes, you know?
Yeah, there's fish underwater, there's like weeds underwater, there's so many rocks and stuff. I really like how it looks.
I mean, one of my favorite things I do occasionally in decoration is like putting Excaliburs below water because I think like the color scheme is kind of cool for that. So yeah, I actually noticed that. The only thing I have with this map is that it's just too niche to be enjoyed frequently for me. I don't know. It's like I feel like there's too much sliding in that one. I think that's the main issue. There's too much sliding. But yeah. Either way,
Well,
that's it. The list is finally done. We can like,
yeah,
I think the
think
last
that's
thing to do now is going from go to dog shit and see what we had. So as expected, he has less goals and legends than me.
Yeah, I'm a bit more strict when throwing those words out to people. I think I'm satisfied with my goals and legends.
I'm just gonna quickly now the thing is below there. I won't really sort, but I just wanna sort my goats here.
I'm just gonna quickly
With Endershed
run
being the
through it and see if
lowest.
there are any names that are unjust.
Something like that. So I think something like that for me here. Fact is, Russo's my favorite, definitely.
I keep thinking about Cookie, and like he feels kind of wrong being only above average. But then I was like, okay, so let's put him in excellent, but that also feels wrong. So I think he might be with Stan. Cookie and Stan may be the best above average mappers. Console, I don't think is excellent. I really like his maps, but oh, it's tough. Yeah, I think I could sit here all day and then go back and forth.
By the way, I just have some another funny thing to say. You know, we talked about Divine Gate, right? The first map I got recorded. It's by the way also thing about it is that it was the first map I actually tried to make good decoration because might seems odd nowadays, but back then before Divine Gate, I was like, fuck decoration, I don't need that. Literally, I dislike decorating. And I started liking it because of Divine Gate, because I just noticed how much layers there are and how this is like the true creative sector you can go for. Because before I had only track creativity. And the thing is, there was a secret, that's not really a secret intended, but I wrote some belly art there of my 3 favorite mappers during that time. And those were NX, Yami, and GT Taro. And now that I think about it, I've got 2 or 3 of them to make feat with me, and I damn well know NX won't be a thing. And it's kind of just funny to me, given that I started there like just like fancying those mappers, and now like if I think about half of them or like at least here a lot of them, I actually had already contact with them all, and it's like kind of insane to think about. Now that I just got to that thought now when I read some of those names of the mappers I truly like a lot.
I think I'm gonna move some people from below average to average. I think there are a few names here who I was a bit unjust to. One of them is Time. I think his maps were totally fine for the time. Get it? Dead Angel, I think I'm also gonna move up to average. I think he was fine, and yeah, I don't really know what I was thinking, to be honest. I think they were totally fine. I think I just wanted to put some names in below average because my average was way too full of names when I was rating them.
Oh, by the
Okay,
way, now that I think about it again. Actually, there's two things I want to do. First thing, nah, I still gonna put Moonlight on below average because fuck the allegations. The other thing is, I'm not sure, like, the video isn't out yet to this point, but just to tell you, I decided to tell it again. I put I Glide on excellent without a specific comment, and no one, like in that case, BriaN didn't say anything about it because I guess he just forgot while I was
flabbergasted, but I was like, okay,
yeah, I
what the
was
fuck?
like, talk. He didn't talk, and I was kind of hoping for that because I just wanted to troll with it, but that didn't happen. And then I forgot about revealing the joke myself. So yeah, just so sure. Of course, iGlide is not excellent. iGlide is a legend. My bad, genuinely, my bad. iGlide is a legend. I think he deserves definitely to be here with Cosa Nostra and Spectrum. I mean, Cloudline is the probably best Warride loop-based small project that was ever made.
Poor fucking
Genuinely.
guy, man. What's your issue with him?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Why him specifically? Why are you taking the piss?
Have you ever played Cloudline? Cloudline is
Thanks
insane.
for watching this series. It was a lot of fun, except when I had to set up the entire list every single time for every single recording, and more.
Yeah,
Just-
arguably
it
takes
looked like
more
we
time
were
than
gonna record and then
recording.
we didn't. Yeah, I think I'm satisfied. I'm kind of scared to submit the vote because I don't know what's gonna happen.
Oh man.
Fuck it, let's go. Holy fuck! What the fuck is that? Is this a fucking sorting algorithm?
Wait. Is it like when you click on vote for the poll?
Yeah, it's meant to be like a cool graph, but
It's a damn cool graph, man.
oh, so it's like there's a number for each vote, and there's a color like representing the tiers.
Oh.
That is fucking crazy.
Oh.
Can I do anything with this? Like, does it?
I'm
No,
gonna
it's just
duplicate my tab before I'm gonna click on that. Okay, let's go. Please put in your
But
name.
even the fucking tiers look horrible. Like, what is this website? Holy,
Oh.
I should have made a
Oh.
test tier and just check what happens. Because this is not representative at all, and I didn't.
Yeah,
do a
also
screenshot.
the rankings are totally scrammed. Why is Fusions on rank 6? Why is Razor on 9th? I think that didn't copy the names we put in, but either how they were listed while we were ranking them.
Holy
Anyway, so the
fuck.
worst mapper is Cheslav. Congratulations, Cheslav, you suck.
The fuck is this?
Yeah, that's yeah. Anyway, I mean, you saw the list while we scrolled, so, oh, yeah,
I
that
wanted
one's
to take
done too.
screenshots of the tier list before I thought this
Yeah,
was
it's scrambled now.
fucking. I didn't think anything was gonna happen, but oh well.
Yeah, unlucky. It is what it is. We kind of just destroyed it. Let's go.
Yeah, so guys, you can find the link to the tier list in the description. Finally,
I hope I won't forget it.
so you can go through this excruciating pain of ranking every single mapper just so you get a fucking sorting algorithm screenshot at the end.
You know, on one hand, I'm happy we did this, but same time, why the fuck did we do this?
I mean, I feel like it's cool.
It was fun. It was fun. It was odd type of fun. Okay, and then see ya next time when we'll do this with maps. I can't wait to rank Lost in Dreams 2 versus G Terror's Effervescence 1. This will be amazing.
We should rank every object.
Huh.
It's actually not a bad idea, is it?
It's actually not the worst idea I've heard.
So what are you doing next week?
Oh my god! Like imagine all those roads. You have like but we gotta do it like in a bracket type of way. That's always like one versus one object, and then we are like road 27 versus San Fierro road 42.
Imagine we are fucking 13 hours in. Okay, next one. NE Road Bridge 01. I think it's cool.
I like the road bridge though. I like road bridge 04 a little
Yeah,
bit
this one you can flip
more.
around and it looks nice from this side as well.
I like this one more. That's a better road bridge.
Yeah, it kind of flickers when you generate a loop with it. Mm.
Okay, but it would also be biased because no way I'm gonna let Rooflight lose to anything. But
It's it would make no sense for a fucking video because everybody will know what your top object is.
and now Rooflight versus 3458 White Shade. I mean, come on, you gotta vote for the shade. It's literally what's track made of. You can't make track without it. And I'm like, but Rooflight makes bonk. I like Rooflight. I think Rooflight should win. Also, I can make track with Rooflight. I did it. This will be the arguments for it. This will be amazing.
Maybe we can collect takes, like good and bad takes, hot and cold takes of people. Like, for example, you putting Moonlight in below average is definitely a fucking.
I already see it. Like, are we gonna drop this like somewhere on like? I mean, I went kinda AFK with the releasing. I should schedule it way better, so that maybe this will be the Christmas episode and I ruin everyone's Christmas with my Moonlight opinion. And then I will come back to like let's say 29th December, and I will have like my face cam set up again, and you will only see my chair. And like every good YouTuber, I will just like walk in, sit on this chair, let out the side, and then we're gonna talk about how that's my statement about why I rank Moonlight below average, and then I have like this 30-minute apologize video where I don't apologize.
You made a continuous lapse in your judgment. That is a nuclear fucking take.
Oh my
I'll
God.
never get over it. But oh well, this is why we did this. So
Look,
now we know what kind of person you are.
I gotta double down there because that's why people are here. Like they want the hot takes, and I just took my chance because if there's a hot take I can give to an OG map, but it's Moonlight. Jesus
Well,
Christ.
we have the fucking thumbnail for the video, don't we?
Like, I don't even have to put other members in. I just put Moonlight in F. That's it. There's nothing else.
Just my face going, what?
Live BriaN reaction. I'm
Like
gonna.
I'm already holding a gun or something.
Didn't you have like one rock face on Brutal or something which was angry or something? I just gonna put that in.
Yeah, that's.
Live BriaN reaction.
I was trying to be tough at 14 years old. Yeah. Anyways, let's wrap it up. Thanks, guys, for watching. And
Thank you. Thank you for your patience also.
idea that I have. Thank you, Carney, for giving me the opportunity to do this with you and giving me the platform.
Thank you for having the idea, actually. Never happened without you.
Yeah, I'm so glad this happened. So we got to check this fucking.
For now, for me.
It is somewhat interesting. You can check something from this because if you check like which color is which, it's actually kind of fascinating in the like the order was set more or less.
Come to
So
think
it's
of
actually
it.
interesting to see how we started off with a lot of goats, obviously, because they are the first thing that come to mind. And then this second half for me is just fucking dog shit and below average and average at most.
Man.
Like from here, this line, it's something went wrong. Everyone's just dog shit here.
Yeah. Anyway, just for a few words for this channel continuation now. I'm not sure if you said you can just check your own maps in my map of the month. Last time I said that I might be stopping this channel, and that will be the next thing that will be kind of funny, because after this video comes out, I think there will be only one more planned with the map of the year and / map of the month. I guess it will be separate videos again. Then I gotta see if I continue this and how I continue my stuff. Because on one hand, Jesus Christ, the effort going through just a project like this is kind of a lot of time. I mean, it was like 24 hours of raw time investment. But same time, I would also like to do more than like those ideas because it's kind of funny. So yeah. So if any one of you is still in here after all this long outro, because we spent like we had like 1:30, and now after our two mapper judgments and all, we ended up another hour. Just by
Yeah.
that.
I mean, this is what I thought it would be like.
Yeah,
That's why we only
was
had 66
expected.
mappers to rank.
What?
episode.
We can talk the most about ourselves? Jesus
Yeah, I mean,
Christ.
It's interesting, right? Like,
I mean, what I can say, with my closing words here, the thing is, I still have one other video, you know about it. It's a review about a certain mapper. I'm not dropping here because I think a lot of people know anyway, but I kind of should do this, maybe still. If you guys out there have any ideas of like specific topic videos you want, just tell me and I'll think about if I maybe want to do them or not. My main issue really is time investment with this channel because I like doing it, but at the same time I also have my other stuff and all. There's so much more I would like to do. But yeah. One thing I'm convinced kind of after this, especially late stuff, is I should review myself. In like some long way about... it's kind of like probably a thing about me because I'm a streamer and I like to express myself, but I kind of would love this video idea of having a single video or like a series where I just talk about my maps in depth. Like about what I thought about while doing a map and some maybe secrets in them, some like I don't know, I'm not sure if that's interesting if it's just about my maps. I kind of planned it with Seed and all, but that's a little bit harder than if it's about my maps. I just now thought about this idea and it's like kind of sounds sick in my head, but I'm not sure.
I do have an idea. We should ask the viewers whether they have any, for example, questions, like something they always wondered about, like what did certain people think while making this or something, and then we can just do some investigation. I think that would be super
Maybe.
interesting. Like,
I mean,
for
there's
example,
definitely a lot
why
of...
did a certain map turn out the way it did, or what was a certain
Yeah.
person thinking,
Because
or like how did this even happen, or something like that.
Yeah, because I think
that-
there's actually a lot of stuff to dig still in this game. Like, especially like what we mentioned even during the series. Like, for example, my low-key years of investigation of the secret behind Yami's maps because of Yami, Koneko, Asuna. Like such things, like asking the why behind all this. Or stuff like, why is Coons Volume 2 we can escape free and stuff? Or why is this odd... What the hell is this odd way on Coon Volume 5 Peaceful Finale? Which some of you might don't even know. Or the secret of Asuna Volume 7, the secret path, or... Just these odd secrets. I mean, even you got some in your maps that...
yeah, there's a lot to
here and
talk
there.
about, actually. I don't know if
What some people
care,
also don't know is that in my maps there are like... I have like 4 secret maps in maps I released that a lot of people don't know about, because they're like secret tracks that are long enough to be an entire map. But yeah, if you want something like this, just tell me. I had my ideas, but we'll see where we are next year. If this comes out, Merry Christmas. I hope it's before or on the same day.
Yeah, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's.
Yeah. And then at least we will see ourselves then in January for the map of the month / map of the year stuff. And maybe we'll see BriaN one day here too. I'm not sure. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. But yeah, for now, this is over. And sayonara.